Welcome back to the center of the karting universe after the summer break. For the first of our final three races of 2021, the run to Christmas 2021. This is round one of two, the 2021 WSK Open Cup, coming to you from, of course, South Garda Karting Lonato. Great to have your company as we join you on an overcast, wet but reasonably warm day at the end of the Italian summer, 21 degrees. The track is dry after the wet pre-finals this morning, and we're ready to race the first of our four finals this afternoon. 246 drivers from exactly 50 nations around the world have arrived here in the north of Italy for this, the first of two rounds. Of course, we go to Adria in 2 weeks' time for the first round of the WSK Open Cup. OK final, they will be out on the grid in just a moment. Before we do get to the spectacular racing over 21 laps, let's take a look at some of the highlights of what has been a fantastic week so far here at Lonato. Luigi Coluccio in the 211 Cosmic Kart, who won the Open Cup in 2018. He took pole position in qualifying on Friday on a dry circuit with a time of 45.918 and has been one of the drivers to beat all weekend. Tuukka Tappinen in 210, the Turney Kart driver from Finland, just a few weeks after making his Formula 4 debut. He had a great run in the pre-final this morning. Will start on the front row of the grid for the final. The Lennox Racing team in form this weekend as you look at the Bulgarian lion, Nikola Zolov, who will start from pole position in just a moment for the DPK Racing team. This is the Leonato Circuit. The track, for the moment, is dry. It was declared wet after the first pre-final this morning. When the heavens opened, we raced 39 heats on a dry circuit. The weather was threatening all week after a torrential thunderstorm on Thursday night. But for the moment, under cloudy, overcast skies, you can see the temperature is 21 degrees. It is reasonably warm, muggy and humid here in the north of Italy, just a few moments away from the start of the OK final. As we say, this is the first of two rounds for 2021. On the first weekend of October, we travelled down the highway just south of Venice to the world-class Adria Karting Raceway. That's the second round of this series. Of course, Taylor Barnard, who won the 2020 OK Championship, he also took the title in 2019. And as we mentioned in our opener, Luigi Coluccio, he won the single race 2018 WSK Open Cup here at Lonato, although that was driving for the Viral Art team. Coluccio will start on the outside of the second row of the grid for the Cosmic Racing department. We'll take a look at the grid for you in just a moment. The karts are out on the circuit. For the moment, the track is dry. It is 21 laps, over 25 kilometres. One lap of the circuit, which is on your screen, is exactly 1,200 metres. 1.2 kilometres of this world-famous circuit built by the Corberi family way back in 1988. Nikola Zolov, as we mentioned, the Bulgarian driver from the east of Europe, driving for DPK Racing team. Diego Paulo Karting, the team from Spain in the Kart Republic, and the battle, the war between Kart Republic and Tony Kart rages on once again this weekend with Tuukka Tappinen in the Vortex-powered Tony Kart sharing the outside of the front row of the grid. This is, of course, Tony Kart's home circuit, the home circuit for so many teams, drivers, as the karts fire into life. Let's take a look at the grid for you. Nikola Zolov will start on pole position 218, the Kart Republic. Tappinen out of two. Then it's Joseph Turney, Luigi Coluccio, Severukin and Lindblad, storming drive from Harvard this morning. In the pre-final, Zachary David, Matteo De Paolo, Ugo Ugochukwu and Timur Kuharczyk. We go to the sixth row of the grid, Karol Pashovic, and on debut in WSK competition for the KSM team, Herolin Nuradini, the German, starts out of grid 12. Pedro Hilbrand, the 2016 world champion alongside Wisniewski, Bertuga, Bruno Del Pino, Ricardo Gracia, Rafa Modenese, Giovanni Trentin, and Nicola Kuhlmann for Forza Racing. Ariel Elkin, Alexander Gobanko, Jakobinas, Bagdonovicius, Nathan Sharp, Holm, Rikwi Lee, Anu Shabda from Nur-Sultan in Almaty, Kazakhstan, Olivieri, Sebastian Schimak, and Torben Grundal. Then we go to Olive Tedekowski, Maximilian Ox, the two poles, Rintaro Sato scrapes onto the grid alongside his Asian counterpart, Gerard G for Forza Racing. So a second formation lap on a dry circuit. There is Nikola Zolov. As we say, what a combination at the Eastern European driver from Bulgaria on the Black Sea driving for the Spanish team. That is quite a mix in the Italian Kart Republic. Looks over his left shoulder. You can see the colours of the Bulgarian flag on his helmet. And starting alongside of him, here's Tuukka Tappinen, 210, Joe Turney. Yes, that's JT from MK in the UK. Joseph Turney from Milton Keynes in the United Kingdom, 208. Look at him warm. The Lacan tyres, the most spectacular driver to watch in OK karting. And alongside him, the 2018 WSK Open Cup champion. On a dry circuit under threatening skies, we welcome you to the centre of the karting universe for the OK final, the WSK Open Cup. Zolov leads them up to the line and we race! Great start from Artem Severukian, the Russian for Ward Racing. From the third row of the grid, slots into position 3. Arvid Lindblad, the Londoner, the Red Bull Junior right behind. They race down the back straight for the first time. The first of the Tony karts up into second place. Remember, Tuukka is 210, Joe is 208. As the Englishman drives down the inside, what a move by Turney! Has gone through to take the lead. That is why he is so spectacular to watch. Zolov, who dominated the pre-final this morning, has gone back to second place under attack from the ruthless Russian Severukian. There is Tuukka, the Finn, back in fourth place. What an incredible start from Joseph Turney. Severukian has just been passed and there is Lindblad behind as well. In fact, it's Zachary David, I apologise, the Philippine driver, up into P4 in 2:05 ahead of Severukian. Ugachuku, a great start by the driver from New York, USA. In the Kart Republic, you can see the familiar silver bell helmet of the American driving down the inside as Turney runs wide to hold P1. An incident further back in the pack has eliminated Rafa Modenese, Gustav Wisniewski and the driver from Ibiza in the middle of the Mediterranean, Bruno Del Pino. Those three drivers are out on the opening lap of the race. Fantastic start by the English driver. Joseph Turney, though, he's under attack, though. Not only from Nikola Zolov, but also his teammate Tuukka Tappinen, the Tony kart in position 3. There's Lindblad, the second English driver inside the top 4. Nikola Zolov, a frustrating start for the Bulgarian, who lines up the Tony kart, defends from the Tony kart though. Tuukka Tappinen, what a move by the Finn. Just awesome from Tuukka. It's now a green team 1-2 here at South Carter Karting LONATO. Turney escapes up the road. His teammate helps him by making that move on Zolov, who needs to be smart, needs to be intelligent. He cannot throw the race away here. He's got the speed. He's in position 3. But the Tony Kart Racing team run 1-2 in the opening stages of the 21-lap OK final. Joseph Turney works the steering wheel of the 208 Tony kart. Tuukka Tappinen, the Finn right behind. Then it's Zolov, then it's Lindblad. Zachary David, after that great start in position 4, Pedro Hilbrand. Vamos, Pedrito! A super start from the 2016 World Champion for the Lennox Racing Charles Leclerc team. There he is in the background. He's gone by Severukian and Luigi Coluccio. Not the best start for the Italian. Luigi back into P8 ahead of Bertucca and Matteo De Paolo. Then we go to Holm, Gobanko. Ugo's fallen back into 13th from Gracia. Nuradini, Timek Uhacic in the Kubica kart. And it's the green team on the home circuit, the Vortex-powered Turney karts run 1-2. But the Kart Republics are coming. 3, 4, 5. Zoloff, Zachary David and Arvid Lindblad. What a sensational start to the OK final, the WSK Open Cup. As Zachary David looks over his shoulder, he's got the speed here. Can he take a sensational win here this afternoon? From the Philippines, racing with a Maltese license, would you believe? That's why you've got the Maltese flag on your timing screen. 2:05, the Kart Republic. But Zoloff just settles down, finds some rhythm as the sun comes out to shine. He's all over the back of Tuukka Tappinen as Turney runs wide through the chicane, does not lift off the throttle as Nicola down the inside. Doesn't make the move. Tuukka closes the door. Lindblad, who had a sensational pre-final this morning, storming through to finishing grid in position 4 from grid 19. The Londoner, the Red Bull Junior, behind his Kart Republic teammate Zachary David. Lindblad trying to make the move. Nikola Zoloff a little bit frustrated, you might imagine, the Eastern European driver, as the KRs trade positions behind. So it's Arvid in 2:01. Zachary David in 2:05 goes back to P5. Arvid Lindblad, last year's WSK Supermaster Series champion, moves up into P4. The Kart Republic's 3, 4, 5. The Turney karts 1-2. Joseph Turney shot to international prominence with a victory in the X30 International Final. That was back in 2018. Made his debut in WSK competition at Castelletto di Branduzzo. In the WSK Final Cup for the Forza Racing team, he was immediately on the podium. He has got the most spectacular style in world karting, but not only that, he's quick as well. 47.780. Joseph with the fastest lap of the race in these early stages. The green team run 1-2. The Kart Republic's 3, 4, 5. As Lindblad and Zachary David lose a little bit of time. Zoloff down the inside. Tuukka Tappinen does not flinch. You cannot intimidate anybody from Finland. It's a game of poker down the inside again. Zoloff tries, looks over his left shoulder. 2 aborted moves from the Eastern European driver. Tuukka Tappinen does not flinch. He gives him the, well, let's say the index finger to say, let's go ahead. He's going for position 1. To paraphrase the late, great Murray Walker, if you saw the BTCC back in the late 90s, you'll know exactly what I'm referring to. Let's just say it was the index finger, not the middle one. Tuukka Tappinen unimpressed with the 2 attacks from Nikola Zoloff. Joseph Turney is driving away from his teammate. A 47.421 from Turney. The sun comes out to shine at the center of the karting universe as Zoloff sends it down the inside. Tuukka takes it back. What a move by the Finn. 3 aborted moves from Zoloff. Cannot do it. This is just brilliant from the young Finn, who looks over his right shoulder. They lose 1.3 seconds to the driver from the Queen's England, who is driving away with the OK final. The Turney Kart Racing team still run 1-2 as JT sets the fastest lap of the race. Zoloff, Lindblad, Zachary David run 3, 4, 5, and now the Kart Republics fight amongst themselves, but they've both gone by and finally taken Tappinen. What a start, what a race, the WSK Open Cup here at South Garda Karting LONATO, round 1 of 2 for 2021. Zoloff finally goes by. Lindblad follows him through. The drivers from the Queen's England run 1-3, but it's the Turney kart of Joseph in position 1. The gap 1.5 seconds. But critically, both Zoloff and Lindblad set fastest first sectors. We go back to the Russian with the fastest lap of the race. Artem Severukin, P6 with a 47 dead 0.2 of a second. Faster than the race leader. That's immediately eclipsed by Timek Uhacic in the Kubica kart with a 47.041. Uhacic behind home ahead of Ariel Elkin, who has made a fantastic start just ahead of Flavio Olivetti, who has done likewise. Uhacic 47.041. Position 13, but the fastest lap of the race. we have to judge the gap as we approach half race distance. Last time, 1.5 seconds. Joseph, it's down to 1.4, so a 46.677 versus a 46.7 for Joseph. The Bulgarian is catching the Englishman by just a tenth of a second. Turney goes down the bottom of your screen in position 1. There is Tappanen behind Lindblad in P3. Arvid Lindblad was praying for rain overnight. He got it this morning. He did not have the speed in the dry. The rain washed away the rubber in the pre-final this morning. He had a fantastic run. And on a relatively green track, no pun intended, as Turney continues to lead, Arvid Lindblad has found the pace in the 201 Kart Republic. Again, we have to check the gap. This is half race distance. The 25-kilometre final. Oh, 46.605, another tenth of a second. So it's gone from 1.5 to 1.4, 1.3 seconds as Zoloff goes purple. That's beaten by Kuharczyk. He's again the quickest driver on the track. Timur Kuharczyk, a 46.440. Is the fastest driver on the circuit. There is the pole. Driving for the Canadian Formula One Grand Prix winner, Robert Kubica. Watching on live, our live broadcast of this round 1 of the WSK Open Cup. Kuharczyk stuck in P12, but by some margin, the fastest driver on track. 0.2 of a second faster than the leaders is Kuharczyk, stuck in behind Matteo De Paolo. Gobanko up into 10th from grid 24. Fabulous start from the Muscovite. 1.2 seconds, another 10th from Zoloff out of Turney. So can Joseph take a famous win here this afternoon on the home circuit of Tony Kart? Zoloff, a purple first sector, is catching and the rest of the field go by. Ugochukwu has washed right down the order, going by ahead of Kuhlmann, Shinmark, Tidakowski, Gurundal. What's happened to Coluccio? He's in position 7 behind Severukian. Ahead of Pedrito, Hilbrand, Christian Bertuca. And as we say, Gobanko rounds out the 10. Lindblad, Tappanen, that's Artem Severukian for Ward Racing going through. Coluccio on your screen. We wait. There's Pedro, there's Bertuca. The other Tony Kart of Gobanko. Kuharczyk, the fastest driver on track, up into P11. Now Coluccio responds. 46.309. As Zoloff takes 0.3 of a second out of Joseph Turney. Coluccio is faster than the both of them. Luigi, the WSK Open Cup champion from 2018 at this very circuit, races down the hill now. He's too far back surely to take a victory, but he's the quickest on track. That's Hilbrand going through. The Lennox Racing Team driver, as you look at Joseph Turney, this superb talent from Milton Keynes in England, lives a stone's throw from the Red Bull Formula One factory. And he's just been caught by another couple of tenths, so it's a 46.555 for Turney versus 46.263. If Zoloff does catch him, remember it took 3 attempts for the Bulgarian to drive by Tappanen, who's still in position 4 as Severukian dives down the inside and takes the Filipino, Zachary David. There's Pedro going through. Head of Gobanko, Kuharczyk right behind. It took 3 attempts for Zoloff to get by Tappanen. Joseph, yeah, it'll be all or nothing. He's right there. The gap was 1.5 seconds. I don't need to tell you in tenths because they're virtually in the same shot now on your screen. Joseph looks over his right shoulder. A seasoned racing British F4 a couple of seasons ago, picked up by the Tony Kart Racing Team, a professional kart racing driver, where the competition here in World Karting in WSK international competition is absolutely ferocious. The gap just 0.3 of a second. You can see on your screen, officially there it is as Zoloff races down the hill. Turney puts it in the middle of the circuit. If Zoloff does make the move, be assured Turney will fight back. We're into the final quarter of the race. Down the inside, Joseph tries to hold him, but that was a fabulous pass by Nicola as Turney fights back and puts the Bulgarian into the marbles. No, you don't, says JT. Cop that, he says to the Bulgarian, and just drives him into the marbles he's entitled to. They did not touch. He was ahead. That was superb racing. Oh, Nicola Zoloff with dirty LeConte Tires has to wind up and do it all again. You cannot intimidate Joseph Turney. Nikola Zoloff has lost a ton of time. Was that aborted pass the move that has cost the Bulgarian? Zoloff is on the track. Zoloff, after that moment, has pulled off. He's dropping down our leaderboard as Kuharczyk sets another fastest lap of the race. We lose Bogdanovicius in the background. Joseph Turney now leads from his countryman Arvid Lindblad. So with that aborted move, Zoloff, he's still running, but he's lost a ton of time. Zachary David's gone by. Off your screen, Luigi Coluccio has passed Severukins in 4, Tappanen back into 3, and now the drivers from the Queen's England Run 1-2. Lindblad, who started 19th in the pre-final this morning, is into 2nd place. Zoloff will not win the race despite consistently being the fastest driver on the circuit. Joseph Turney, what a move. As they drag the abandoned cart of Giovanni Trentin to the infield, the Italian joins Bogdanovicius, Ops, Wisniewski, Del Pino and Montanesi as the retirements. Tuukka Tappanen back on the podium. The Tony karts run 1st and 3rd. The drivers from England run 1st and 2nd with the Russian from Ward Racing, Artem Severukin, in the background. Arvid Lindblad, the Red Bull Junior from London in England, in 2nd place. And still the battle between Kart Republic and Tony Kart rages on this afternoon. It looks as though it will come up trumps for the green team for the moment, but there's still 2 laps to go. .4 kilometres to race. Turney, as Lindblad with a purple sector, is 1 second behind. This has been a brilliant, world-class driving display by Joseph Turney. Nikola Zoloff pulled the gap down from 1.5 seconds down to be right on his bumper. He made the move. It did not pay off. He got marbles and rubber and dirt on the LeConte tyres. He's still circulating, but he's way down in 7th after briefly going through on the Englishman to take the lead. The last lap board next time round. The sun comes out to shine. There is Lindblad. It is the English drivers 1 and 2 in the north of Italy. 1.2 kilometres to race. The Vortex-powered Tony kart as Joseph looks over his shoulder. Lindblad driving the wheels off the KR201. Won't catch him. Tuukka Tappanen, the Tony kart, in 3rd. Down into the pit hairpin for the final time. A world-class drive. As again, he looks over his shoulder. 19ths of a second. Back to Arvid. Down the hill into the chicane. This is awesome, and it will be well deserved. Into the old turn 5 chicane, slides sideways on the exit. Again, Joseph with that spectacular side style. Into the final few corners. Here at the centre of the karting universe, it is JT from MK in the UK. Joseph Turney from Milton Keynes in the United Kingdom wins here at South Garter Karting for the Tony Kart racing team. Arvid Lindblad across the line in position 2. The drivers from the Queen's England finished 1st and 2nd here at LONATO. And Tuukka Tappanen makes it 2 from the green team on the podium this afternoon. What a fantastic race here at LONATO. Turney with the victory by a full second over his countryman. Tappanen 3rd, Severukin 4, Coluccio home in P5 from the Filipinos Zachary David and Nikola Zoloff after briefly making a move which was not tolerated by Joseph. Well, the Bulgarian to say he will be disappointed after starring this weekend and winning his pre-final this morning. He finishes position 7. Great drive from Timur Kuharczyk in the Kubica kart, who set fastest lap after fastest lap to finish in position 8. Pedro, P9 and Matteo De Paolo, the Kart Republic Motorsport rounds out the 10. Alexander Gobanko, the Muscovite, was ahead of Christian Bertuca, unnoticed by us, but let's give him some credit. the son of the two-time Indianapolis 500 winner Rintaro Sato from grid 34. The Ricky Flynn Motorsport driver has passed 20 karts in 21 laps to finish 13. Super drive from Rintaro. Unfortunately, we didn't get much to see of it after we concentrated on the battle for the lead. Sato from Elkin, Olivieri, Pashevic, Nuradini on debut in WSK, Holm, Gracia, Natanshap, Kuman, Grundel, Anu Shabda, Ricky Lu, Shinmark, G, and the final finisher, Olaf Tidakalski. It will be God Save the Queen, the national anthem of the Queen's England, that we hear at Lonato in just a few moments. Joseph, Arvid and Tuka on the podium. That is provisional, of course, under slightly clearing skies here at South Gardette Karting Lonato. Round 1 of the WSK Open Cup for 2021. We're off to a fantastic start. Stay with us. You're watching us live on WSK.it, the podium presentation for OK Round 1 of the Open Cup in just a moment.
Afternoon.
The OK final here this afternoon. In third place from Finland for the Turney Kart Racing team, Tuukka Tappinen. Second place, the Red Bull Junior from London, Arvid Lindblad. The winner of a spectacular final for the Turney Kart Racing team from the Queen's England. We know him as JT from MK in the UK, Joseph Turney. And the national anthem of Great Britain. Lift the trophies, Tuukka, Arvid and Joseph. The OK podium here this afternoon. Third place from Finland, Tuukka Tappinen. Second, Arvid Lindblad for the Kart Republic team. And Joseph Turney takes victory here at Lonato. Stay with us on WSK.it, the 60 mini final in just a moment. It is the Pink Panther, the Austrian Nicholas Schaufler, to start on pole position.